What to do, YouTube? MJM for Life here, back again, bringing you some more OU battles using the same latios ddance latios Sun team, but well, it's not the same. I actually switched it around a bit. It's more offensive now, and I actually have an ingenious Ninetales set that kind of counters other weather teams. Kind of, only sand, and basically it's latia or not latios. It's not nasty plot plus fighting gem hidden power fighting. So basically, if you're going up against a Sun team, you switch in your Ninetales on like a Ferrothorn or something like that that you can scare out a Pokemon. Nasty plot on the switch to their T-Tar, then hidden power fighting them. Fighting gem boosted hidden power fighting will pretty much OHKO any T-Tar. The only way T-Tar even has a chance to survive is if it's max HP, max special defense. So anyway, getting into the battle, I expected him to lead off with either Rotom or, not Rotom, Politoed or Azelf. So I was led off with my Rotom. I Volt Switched out, he Stealth Rocked, and now I figured since it's an Azelf, and Azelfs usually can't do anything to touch Latios, I could just start Dragon Dancing on his team. But he actually had Taunt, kind of forgot about that, and then he Fire Blasted me, and then he Side Shocked me. And I think I just Hidden Power Fired him because I didn't really want to lock myself in Outrage. He taunts me again, and then I end up just killing him off with a Hidden Power Fire. So now we're caught up. So at this, and then like Latios was kind of useless to his team. I didn't really see it doing much against his team, so that's why I didn't really care about sitting up too early. Now he's going to go to Azumarill, most likely going to try and Ice Punch me. So I figured, just click Outrage. I really don't care about Latios. And how often do you say that, honestly? So, but this is the free switch into my Rotom, and I'm going to Volt Switch. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be that guy that switches in a Landorus onto a Rotom. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp anyway. But instead, he switches in a Politoed into a Rotom, which that makes no sense, but whatever. So I went for Will-O-Wisp expecting maybe the Landorus or the Salamence to come in. I'm just going to Volt Switch and just do a shit ton of damage to that thing. I'm going to switch in my Ninetales because I don't fear the Swallow because of the Sun. Even though this Ninetales is not specially defensive, it's actually a modest max special attack, max speed now. And now I'm just going to Fire Blast that Politoed. He leaves it in. I guess he didn't want anything to take a Sun boosted Fire Blast, and I am modest, so that would do a lot of damage to anything and everything on his team. And now that his Politoed's gone, I really don't care. He tries to set up in my face, I guess expecting me to be afraid, but nope, I'm just going to Fire Blast that thing to hell. And he goes into this Terrakion. Fighting Gem boosted Hidden Power Fighting actually does a disappointing amount in my opinion, but he does. Did he Rock Polish or he Swords Danced? He Rock Polished, but it's fine because I have a Choice Banded Landorus. The Intimidate's going to make sure that I live every hit, and I see that he has Life Orb, so I know that a Choice Banded U-turn will kill him after the Life Orb damage. And I wanted to go into Venusaur, but I figured Rotom would be the best because I need to get some damage on that Salamence before I can kill it with a Sludge Bomb, and because I don't have Stealth Rocks on this team, I really need to get some damage on that Salamence first. So I'm going to go into Rotom, go for the Volt Switch, and I think he ended up being like a special Salamence, and he just crits me with Draco Meteor. I wanted to actually decided to Will-O-Wisp just in case he wanted to Dragon Dance on me, but it's fine now. I can just go into I think I go into Landorus just to get the Intimidate on it, and then I think I just Stone Edge or something. No, I go into Victini. Okay, don't really understand that. It's gonna go for the V-Create and almost kill that Salamence. So, and then he Earthquakes me, but it's cool because I have Venusaur, and then he just quit because he knew it was over. I really don't know why I went into Victini. I guess I was just trolling him because whatever. But anyway, got another battle, and here we go against the Sand team. I actually don't think I actually used the Hidden Power Fighting trick in this battle. I think I crit his T-Tar, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. So he led off with the Infernape. I expected him to lead off with T-Tar, so I led off with Landorus. He goes for the U-turn, kind of hinting towards that it might be Scarfed. What I'm going to do here is go into Victini. Honestly, I thought about going into Ninetales, but I didn't want to just because I'm not timid, so I didn't want that Mamoswine to outspeed me. So now what I'm going to do is I really wanted to click V-Create, but just in case he predicted me to U-turn, but I was like, you know what, I really don't care about Stealth Rocks that much, so I'm going to go for U-turn. He actually switches into his T-Tar, and I get a crit on it, which is very, very unfortunate. Because I wanted to use Hidden Power Fighting on it. But anyway, I'm not going to get that chance because I'm just going to go for Stone. He misses a Stone Edge as well. And I was like, whoa, bro, I'm so sorry, man. Crit plus Stone Edge miss back to back. That's very unfortunate. Even though it obviously is a Scarfed T-Tar because that's a Jolly Max Speed Landorus. And I'm pretty sure that that Stone Edge wouldn't have done that much. And I really don't think it plays too big of a part in the long run of the battle. Other than the fact that his T-Tar is dead and I have the Sun up. So now he goes out to his Latios, which is a huge threat to my team. I go on the Ninetales. I know I can take one attack from it. And I wanted to go into Venusaur, but I knew for a fact that Sludge Bomb would not kill from that range. So I was thinking about what can I go into to take this thing on. It's a huge, huge threat. Go into my Scarf Victini, and I'm just going to U-turn out. If he stays in, he's going to take a lot of damage. If he switches out, I'll get Switch Initiative. Figured that was the best play. He does decide to switch out into his Mamoswine, and thinking about what I wanted to do here. I'm going to go in and Rotom. Again, if he goes for the Stealth Rocks, really don't care too much. Now I'm just going to Hydro Pump this thing. There's not much Mamoswine can really do to Rotom, and he's going to switch out into a Starmie, guess expecting me to be faster, and I'm like, well, Starmie can't really do much to me, so I really don't understand that switch. I would probably, maybe even should have Will-O-Wisp right there, just in case he went into Breloom. But now I'm just going to Volt Switch. He Ice Beams me. I don't know, I really don't know why. Maybe expecting the Landorus to come in. I really don't know what he was thinking there, but that's a dead, what is that shit? Starmie. So now he goes into Infernape, and I'm thinking this thing is Scarfed, and he outspeeds me, which my Victini is Scarfed, so he has to be Scarfed to outspeed me. And I'm just going to go for the Zen Head, but anyway, he switches in his Mamoswine to die, so there's no more rocks for him. Now he goes on to Latios, huge threat. I switched into Rotom as Depth Fodder. The Draco Meteor Mist really didn't matter, and I felt bad for hexing this man, so I actually went for Will-O-Wisp, hoping that I would miss instead of going for an attack to try to, you know, even out the hacks. But he ends up switching instead of finishing me off. It's going to be a bad, pretty much a mistake on his part, because now I get a free switch, and I'm going to Sludge Bomb this Infernape, and my Venusaur is actually it's plus speed nature with max speed, just so I can outspeed Scarf Terrakions and Scarf Infernapes. So at this point, I'm still not sure if Sludge Bomb will kill, but I just said, fuck it, I'll just go for it anyway. Actually, it does end up killing, so that's good for me, and that's pretty much game. So I said GG, and then I'm just going to Sludge Bomb this Breloom. Mach Punch won't kill me, even if he's Life Orb, and that's going to be a good game. So, let's see, got it. So two in a row for me, not bad. And no, here's another battle. Oh, this battle I got smashed. And Zoroark is going to be the reason why here. So I don't know why I keep spoiling the battles, though. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so I was thinking about leading with Rotom. I felt like that was the best lead, looking at his team overall. I could take on Landorus, Scizor, Heracross, not really Latios, and he actually does lead off of Latios, which Latios is a huge threat to this team. Oh my god. So that was the one Pokemon I did not want to see, honestly. But I think I ended up, because I was actually kind of stuck. I didn't really know what to do or how I would handle the situation. I figured, you know what, I might as well just switch out into Ninetales, get the sun up. Ninetales is not really going to be doing much, I felt, and he has no weather, so I really didn't have anything to lose there. And now I get a free switch into Victini again, and we're in the same situation. If he stays in, he's going to take a big damage. If he switches out, I get Switch Initiative. Plus, he's at -2 special attacks. Rotom now can take a hit, and I'm going to Volt Switch out of here, get some Switch Initiative, and he is that guy that switches in a ground type into a water type. Although, since I am running a sun team, it's not as dumb as a play, because Hydro Pumps won't be doing that much to his Landorus. He goes for Stealth Rocks, and now I know he's going to U-turn here because he can't do anything else to me, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go for the Volt Switch, and I get a crit on the Latios there. That crit honestly did not matter. And I said, well, I'm going to go into Venusaur because Venusaur is a huge threat to his team, so now I'm just going to go for the Sludge Bomb. That's obviously going to kill the Latios from that range, and I think he goes into Landorus here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does go into Landorus here, and I'm like, okay, so it being Mew, that should kill, and it survives with 1%. I'm pretty sure that was minimum damage. I don't know, maybe not. Now he goes into Heracross. I'm like, Heracross and fucking Zoroark, and this play right there just pretty much fucked me over, because I should have known better than to think that this man was switching a Heracross onto a Venusaur in the sun. That was my mistake. Then I go into Landorus thinking, okay, it's obviously Zoroark, so maybe Landorus can take it. Fucking has Hidden Power Ice, so Zoroark is fucking destroying me. So now I gotta try and predict out of this. So I go into Victini, double switch, expecting the Sucker Punch, but I guess he switches out, and now he goes into his Heracross, which might be Zoroark. I have no idea. Heracross and Zoroark, if you guys know, if you don't know, they're like the best two combos together because they work really well together, especially in underused. But now that I know that this is actually Heracross, I'm going to go to Victini. He has nothing on his team to take a Sun Boosted V-Create. Not even Rotom wants to take 2 of those. So I'm going to finish off the Rotom, but it really doesn't matter because Zoroark is a huge threat. It was a much bigger threat than I initially thought it would be. And now I have no idea whether this is Heracross or Zoroark. So he freaks me out again with the Okie-doke as he goes to Heracross, knowing that if I would not stay in this time, because I obviously expected to be Zoroark, and goes for Close Combat. Great play on his part. Now I'm going to go into Latios. I was like, I'm going to try and Dragon Dance. Maybe he'll switch, but he doesn't, and then he crits me with Close Combat. That actually really sealed my fate because what I could have, and I was like, okay, I just lost that one. Now my plan was to Dragon Dance, hope he would switch out in the Zoroark, then try to play some, you know, mind games with the Zoroark and the Sucker Punch and all that. But it didn't come to that because he crit me. Now, this last match is against a kind of Sunstall looking team. He's got Gliscor, he's got Chansey, so you know those are going to be a huge pain in the ass. But looking at his team, Landorus can destroy his team as long as I get rid of the Gliscor. So I'm going to lead off with Landorus, and he leads off with his Ninetales. I know he's not going to want to stay in. I also know Gliscor is coming now. This was a bad play on my part. I went for the Choice Bandit Stone Edge, thinking it would do a good amount of damage to the Gliscor, but it's a freaking Gliscor, and that didn't do shit. So I really should have went for U-turn right there, but now I'm saying, okay, I'll just go to Latios, and then he turns out to be a sub Gliscor, which is a real pain in my ass. Because, I mean, Slub Gliscor is just a pain to deal with, and I'm really thinking, how am I going to get over this thing? I ultimately end up just going for Hidden Power Fire, just break the sub. He's going to go for the Protect, you know, that's typical sub Gliscor shenanigans. I was figuring it's probably going to be sub Toxic. And what I'm going to do here is go for the Hidden Power Fire, just break his sub. He goes for Ice Fang here, which is that's nice to know because now he doesn't have Toxic because his last move has to be Earthquake at this point. So what I'm going to do here is double switch switch into Ninetales, expecting another Ice Fang, but he goes into Infernape. I don't want to take a close combat with Ninetales, so I'm going to go into my Landorus. He predicts that really, really nicely. Goes for the U-turn, so another Scarfed Infernape that we're dealing with here, it looks like. Scarfed Infernape was very popular this day. Now he's going to go into Gliscor, have to U-turn out, and go back into Latios. Don't really have a choice. No, he's going to go for the substitute, so I have to do the same, rinse and repeat. Latios again is getting sacked, so it doesn't do anything once again. One of these days I'm going to sweep somebody with a Dragon Dance Latios, I swear I will. But anyway, so we're back in the same position that we were again. Substitute Gliscor versus Latios. I think he does. I don't remember what he does. Oh, he kept taking forever, and I'm like, come on, bro. It's not rocket science. You have 4 moves. Only 2 of them do anything to me. All right, only 1 of them does anything to me. And he took forever. He took like 45 seconds to make a play. I'm like, come on, man, make a play. And I mean, it's not that hard. Oh man, this guy was pissing me off, and I was already impatient because some other things were happening. So this guy it was just all bad at this time. And I mean, it was just kind of annoying. I was just annoyed. I was just very, very annoyed. And he takes all that time and he goes for Protect. Like, I don't understand. What were you contemplating that was so difficult, and then end up just going for Protect? Whatever. But anyway, so he goes for Ice Fang. I break this up with a Hidden Power Fire. Now what I'm gonna do here is just stay and go for Hidden Power Fire, just in case he predicts me to double or switch out again. But he goes for Protect. I guess just scouting and see what I would do. And now he goes into his Chansey to take the Hidden Power Fire. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just outrage. I don't even care. I don't even care about Latios. It's not really going to do much, again, this battle. He goes for the Toxic, showing me that he has Toxic, so that's good. So I know I can switch in my Pokemon and without the fear of Thunder Wave or something like that. So now he's going to go for Wish Protect shenanigans. And I'm kind of just stuck here outraging. I do get confused here, so I can switch. I'm going to switch Latios out here, go to Landorus to preserve Latios' death fodder for later. There's no reason sacking it when I don't have to. He's going to go for the Wish again, expecting that switch. Good play on his part, but now that I have Landorus in on a Chansey, I can just U-turn out and get some switch initiative, but I think he does end up staying in here, just not fearing anything I can do, but I am Choice Band. I could have Earthquake, but he knows that I'm not going to do that because of his Gliscor, so that was a good play on his part. And now here, I think I go into Venusaur, expecting him to go for the Toxic. And I didn't really want any of my Pokemon being Toxic if they didn't have to be, so that's why I went into Venusaur here. And now I'm going to double switch into Victini because Victini is a huge threat to his team. I was going to go into Landorus again, but I felt like Victini was a better play, and I know that Infernape really can't do much unless it has Stone Edge, and that's super rare on Infernape. And him outspeeding me tells me that he's Scarfed, and nothing on his team wants to take a V-Create in the sun. And if I was Banded, everything would just die. But since I'm Scarfed, things are going to survive. But it's okay because there's nothing on his team that still wants to take it. So now he goes, he protects with his Gliscor after taking like 70%, and trying to stall on my V-Creates. I was running low on V-Creates by the end of this battle, so that Protect really was a nuisance. So now he goes on to a Starmie here, and he Thunderbolts me. Doesn't do much. And here, I went for the Hydro Pump because I just had like this strangest feeling that he was going to go on a Gliscor, but he ends up going in a Chansey, and I missed Hydro Pump, and you're going to see in a couple of turns how that miss was kind of important. So now I'm going to just Volt Switch out. My plan was just Volt Switch, go into Rotom, and then recreate everything again. If he goes for Toxic, I really don't care because Victini's just there to V-create and then switch out. So I don't really care if he goes for Toxic. And again, he's taking a long time to make his play. I guess contemplating all the millions of moves that he has at this current time. So he finally decides on something. I'm going to go into Victini expecting the Toxic, but he ends up going for the Seismic Toss, which is kind of better in my opinion. So now I'm going to go for the V-create here, and it survives with 1%. So if I'd hit that Hydro Pump and then the Volt Switch afterwards and then follow up by V-create, then it would be dead. But I missed the Hydro Pump, so it survives with 1%, and I think the hacks kind of even out. I was hacking people earlier on the day, that day, and then I got created with by close combat from Heracross. I missed the Hydro Pump, so I think it evened out in the end. Now he's going to protect here, stall out some more of my V-creates. A good play on his part, and also get his HP back up with the Wish, but still something has to die on his team now. Take a huge hit. Actually, I think everything dies. I don't think that Infernape or Ninetales can take a V-create. So he decides to go into Starmie, sack that since he really can't do much against my team under the sun. And now it's just, I think he ends up going back into Infernape. I don't want to stay in because I don't want to take a hit with all the special defense and defense drops I've been taking. So he ends up going to his Scarfed Infernape, goes for the Fire Blast. Looking at that damage, I know I can take another one and just retaliate back with my own Fire Blast, so I'm not even worried. And I'm pretty sure my Fire Blast will do more than his did to me, just because of Infernape's pretty low defenses. So he takes another couple of seconds to make his play here, and he makes a really, really bad switch and goes into Gliscor, and that was a very, very bad play on his part, because now there's nothing to stop my Landorus from just wrecking his team. So now he goes into Infernape. I don't even care at this point because I just need a free switch into Landorus. So I let Ninetales die to close combat, then I go into Landorus, and there's nothing he can do. Something on his team is going to die. He switches in Ninetales, that dies. Switches in Chansey, that dies. Stays in with Infernape, that dies. Goes into, what is the shit? Victory Bell, that dies. So everything dies to a Earthquake from Landorus, and as long as I get a safe switch into Landorus, something's going to die. So he, I guess, realizes that and decides to quit. But instead of just forfeiting like a good player would, he decides to time stall. You know, take the pussy road and go for the time stall. And I feel like if you're going to quit, if you realize you lost and you're going to quit, just click forfeit and move on. Like, don't waste my time by just letting the timer run out. That's just stupid, and it's just a childish thing to do. But anyway, that's going to be these battles today. Hope you guys enjoyed them. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, hey, leave a dislike. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And I'm going to be out of here. Until next time, deuces.